Ha 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 ha. Welcome, folks, to Exposing the IWC, where I tell you why you're wrong. Just kidding. I'm wrong. Well, not much, but sometimes I'm wrong. We have honest discussions here. That's what we have here. Tonight, we're going to be talking about Seth Rollins' supposed injury and what that means for the title and for the future of Raw. We're going to talk about Mercedes Moné saying that she's a wrestler of the year. She actually said she's the GOAT, but we'll be discussing if she's actually the wrestler of the year, if that makes sense, based on her accomplishments and her booking and all that stuff. Talk about the rest of the women, yada, yada, yada. We'll also be talking about the Joshis in the WWE. An interesting back and forth I had with the IWC when I brought up Sareee and the Joshis and how they are, well, not how she is, but how the Joshis are portrayed in the WWE right now. We'll also be talking about other shit that comes to the mind, your questions, whatever you have to say. And it'll be fun. What's up, folks? Hope all is well. Do me a favor, hit like, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and let's talk. Where should I start first? Where should we start first? You know what? Let's get Seth Rollins out the way. Let's just get Seth out of the way. So, Seth freaking Rollins, the man decided to headbutt Cody Rhodes from across the damn ring. Very cool spot. Unfortunately for him, he messed up his shoulder, supposedly. So according to reports here, everybody's reporting that Seth Rollins had to mess up his shoulder, and that is why we got the booking that we got on Raw. Now, I was excited on Raw, because I thought what we got was, something cool, something interesting from a creative standpoint that was not a pivot. Turns out it's a pivot because the man is actually injured, supposedly. And I keep saying supposedly because he already gave us a freaking, he already fooled us before, but I don't think he would do that again. It makes no sense to double up on the foolery. So I'm assuming the man is actually injured. This is unfortunate. Am I still excited for the angle? If you don't know what I'm talking about, on Raw, Braun Breaker, Spirit, Seth Rollins, then Bronson Reed gave him a tsunami. They turned on him. It was a big angle. Everybody was excited. It was a shocking moment. I was super excited, but now I'm not as excited because I know it's because of an injury and they're pivoting. Now, a pivot can still be good. You can still bring about fruit, bring about some good stuff, but we just have to see, because apparently Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, the Vision, this whole entire thing with Seth Rollins was supposed to go for much longer. And the reason why it came out of nowhere, because of damn pivot. So, what's going to happen here going forward? I would say best case scenario, they're probably going to put the belt on CM Punk. I saw recently, was it yesterday, was it? They had a little poster for Saturday Night Main Event with CM Punk face plastered all over it. Big fat CM Punk poster. Looks good. Do they crown him there? You might as well. If Seth Rollins is actually injured, they might as well just crown him there. Crown him. See how it goes. We have to assume Seth Rollins will be out for a while. If not, you can always come back around to Seth versus CM Punk. It's going to be weird depending on what you want to do with Braun Breaker, because they've already turned on him. So do you do Braun Breaker versus Seth when he comes back from injury? Do you do Braun Breaker versus CM Punk at Mania? Do you do Braun Breaker versus Roman Reigns at Mania? What are you going to do? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Again, when you have a pivot, you have to crown somebody. Putting on CM Punk makes the most sense, because either whether it's Braun Breaker, whether it's Seth Rollins, that's fine for him to be champion. He can feud with this division until Seth Rollins gets back. What would be the dynamic of Seth and CM Punk and the Vision? Almost like a triangle where Seth hates the Vision and CM Punk hates the Vision and Seth. It could be fine. It's unfortunate that the man is actually injured. Had a great match. Had an angle going, faces this faction, and now he's out for God knows how long. We don't know the severity of the damn injury. So that sucks. Seth is injury prone, kinda. Kinda. I mean, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but he is well, to be clear, the last injury wasn't real. It was a fake injury. But you're not wrong. It does feel like he's injury prone. That's how it feels. Whether that's the true or not. So I'm not sure exactly what they're gonna do here. I just want to drive home the point that a clear creative direction where Braun Breaker turns, in my mind, felt more satisfying than a pivot because of injury. You know, what does this mean for War Games? So I thought originally that we're going to get War Games on Raw for both men and women, which is typically not how this goes. Typically you have a War Games team or War Games match set up on opposite shows. So the women will be on SmackDown, the men will be on Raw, vice versa, men on SmackDown, women on Raw. So I thought, oh, this year, be both men and women on Raw, which is kind of weird. I'm going to hold off until SmackDown. Let's see what happens with this whole Wyatt 6 versus Solo's crew. Would they dare make that the War Games match? It makes sense based on what we've seen previously, where women, Raw, men, SmackDown. Now, is that exciting? Are you happy about that? I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on what else is on the card. If you have other banger matches, I'm fine with the men's War Games being not that compelling from story standpoint. If you have the Wyatt 6 versus Solo's crew, that's fine for War Games, I guess, as long as other matches are good. I don't know. My head says it was going to be Raw for men and women, but that doesn't ring true for what they've done previously. For what they've done previously, Raw women, SmackDown men. That means Wyatt 6 versus MFT. I'm just going to call them MFT for now. I don't know if that's their actual faction name. So those people, the other bloodline, that's what it is. So we'll see. We'll see if that's what the direction they're going to go. I'm going to wait until SmackDown to see how much they push that feud. If they push it hard, then maybe we'll be getting War Games for SmackDown, for the men at least. But yeah, I think Seth's injury would change that anyway. So maybe if they're going to do the Vision and crew versus the baby faces like CM Punk, Jey Uso, LA Knight, whatever, maybe now that Seth is injured, maybe you pivot from that anyway. So it'd be like, I don't know, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Brock Lesnar. Maybe you're gonna pull him from God knows where against CM Punk and his people. I don't know. War Games feels like a little bit messy on the men's side. I feel like women's will be more clear, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna talk about War Games on Saturday after I see what happens on SmackDown, just to make sure, just to see if it's more clear the direction for the men on SmackDown. I'm gonna hold that off. But anyway, suck for Seth. He's injured. CM Punk probably champion here at that Saturday Night Main Event show that got coming up here. That's probably where they crown him. Remember, it's not on NBC, so no commercials like usual. So they put that Saturday Night Main Event, they put it on Peacock. So it's going to be like more like a regular PLE. So you don't have to worry about those annoying commercials that we had before during the NBC broadcast. Because now it's going to be on Peacock. So it'll feel like more like a traditional PLE. So no worries there. So maybe they do it there. CM Punk gets all the time in the world to win his match. Bada bing, bada boom, champion. And then we see how it goes. I'm interested to see how Becky Lynch reacts to this. Because Becky was a part of the Vision, had to pivot because of the injury. So now how does Becky Lynch react to Braun Breaker, Paul Heyman, and Bronson Reed? Because Paul Heyman did not want to do this to begin with. He didn't want to do it. This was all Braun Breaker's doing, kind of like forcing Bronson Reed to make a decision. So we'll see how Becky reacts to this. Will they just remove her from it completely? Or will she have something to say? We'll see. Thoughts? Will it be Punk versus LA Knight? If he has to vacate, so that's what we have to really. That's really what we have to talk about, right? If Seth vacates, what are they gonna do? How do they decide the match? Probably just do CM Punk LA Knight. You're right. If he has to vacate, if he's injured, he's vacating. So how would they do it? Probably CM Punk LA Knight. Yeah, that makes sense. Jay's kind of like mixed up with the whole Jimmy stuff, with the Roman stuff. Just do LA Knight, CM Punk straight up. That makes the most sense. Braun versus Punk. So why does Braun get to attack Seth Rollins? I'm not saying you're wrong, but Braun Breaker attacks Seth and gets a title shot. So he's rewarded for injuring the champion. Unless there's another like qualifying match that comes up, I don't love the fact that I'm gonna attack the champion, and by taking the champion out, I get to challenge for the belt. I don't know why Adam Pearce would do that. So I think LA Knight versus CM Punk for the title, for the vacated title, makes more sense, but who knows? Who knows? We need to call a truce, Unk. Okay, Ministry of Dark. It won't be Braun because of Roman. It might be Knight and Punk. Does JC Jane have to vacate her title since she's possibly injured? So let's I would do Braun Breaker versus CM Punk at Mania. Even if Seth is healthy, let's say Seth is healthy, he's ready to go. If Seth is healthy, then you probably do Seth versus CM Punk at Mania. No disrespect to Braun Breaker, I'm a fan. I've been pushing for the younger talent to be in those spots anyway. So I'm not saying, oh no Braun Breaker. I'd be happy if he's in that spot. But I think Triple H is thinking, ultimately we had to pay off CM Punk, Seth Rollins. So if Seth is ready to go by Mania, which it probably will be, I guess. I mean, we don't know the severity of the injury. It'll probably be Seth versus Punk at Mania. No. JC must be fine if she's responding to, yeah. So let's pivot to JC Jane. So we are very much worried about the state of things with Seth being injured. And apparently at the live show at NXT, JC Jane was injured. Apparently it threw up the X for her. So we're all worried. But from what I'm seeing on Twitter, she seemed to have a pep in her step. She seems to not be concerned. Well, I don't know. She's tweeting about her title defense. She seems very upbeat, not down about it. So I'm assuming she's fine. We don't know. But from what I'm seeing, she's tweeting about, oh, you don't have a shot, laughing about Tatum Paxley's title defense or her title opportunity. So I'm thinking she's fine. We don't know for sure. But the vibe I'm getting is, here she says, chance of a lifetime, which idiot is going to step up? Doesn't seem injured to me. She didn't respond to Tatum Paxley. By the way, congrats to Tatum Paxley. Big fan. I was very happy to see her get that number one contender ship. LOL, no, you can't. Responding to Tatum Paxley. So she seems fine. I'm going to assume she's fine, ready to go. So no worries about JC Jane. She's ready to go. She's good. No injuries. I don't understand why she'd be tweeting like this if she was actually injured or couldn't go. So I'm assuming JC Jane is fine, which is good news. I'm a big fan. Love JC Jane. She's funny. She's good on the mic, good in the ring. I've been on record. I have the receipts. I said of the three, of the original Toxic Attraction, I said she was the best. I have the receipts on that. I've been proven to be right. She's the best in the ring. She's the best in the mic of the three. Looks great. She's funny. She can work face. She can work heel. I just feel awesome about JC Jane. I'm happy that she's proven me right over the years when I said she was the best of the three. So credit to you, JC Jane. You're great. But anyway, I'm happy she's fine. So let's hope that she's good. I think she is. We'll see how it goes going forward. I think she'll probably beat Tatum Paxley. Assuming she's healthy, she'll probably win that feud. Again, I've been on the record. I've been on the record. JC Jane will not drop her belt until Fallon Henley turns. That's just how it's going to be. They added a new member to the faction, Lainey Reed, who I like a lot. Don't do that and then lose the belt. Okay? When Fallon Henley finally turns on Jacy Jayne, she will lose the belt. As long as she has Fallon Henley by her side, she'll retain. So, I've been clear about that since her title reign started. I've been clear on that. So, Jacy Jayne will probably go all the way to Stand and Deliver. So we'll see the dynamic of the faction and what happens there. The second it looks like Jacy Jayne will finally actually turn, then we can say, okay, here it comes. Until then, she has Jacy Jayne, she has Lainey Reed. Unfortunately for Tatum Paxley, who I like a lot, you're going to lose. I think Tatum Paxley is the most underrated in-ring talent in the entire promotion. I think she's great in the ring. Doesn't get the props and the recognition that she deserves. I think she's great. But we'll have to wait for her reign if that ever happens. But she's not beating Jacy Jayne. Jacy Jayne will retain. Okay. Next topic, unless you guys have something to say about that. Jordynne Grace probably puts over Kalani. They're doing that feud, by the way. Apparently, we're getting a Jordynne Grace feud, which is interesting. We'll see how that goes. Last Legend should be pushed. I agree. I like her a lot. I don't know what they're doing with her. She should be on the main roster. Kind of weird. I feel bad for Jordynne Grace. She wins the Blake feud, but doesn't get booked towards the title again. Well, if she does get booked now, she's gonna lose, right? Because they're not ready to pull the trigger. Let's be clear. The Fallon Henley match, not Fallon Henley, I'm sorry. The Tatum Paxley match is filler for Jacy Jayne. It's important for her character and the story they're telling with Easy Dame and Lyra. That is important. So Tatum Paxley has a story now that involves Lyra, that involves Easy Dame. That's the direction they're going with that. But when it comes to the actual championship match, it's a filler for Jacy Jayne. She's not in any real danger. Her danger is coming down the road. And that is when Jordynne Grace might step up. So that's why it's being booked the way it is. Jordynne Grace is giving a filler feud. Now, filler feuds can be good, can be interesting, can be compelling, can have actual character development. So it may not be a filler really, but let's assume for a second it's filler, right? Let's assume. She's getting a filler feud with Kalani Jordan. Jordynne Grace, Kalani Jordan, okay. Then you have Tatum Paxley working with Easy Dame, working with Lyra Valkyria, and then she faces Jacy Jayne. They're dragging it out. They're giving them stuff to do because the ultimate end game is not Tatum Paxley for Jacy Jayne. Unfortunately, because I like Tatum Paxley a lot. That's not her end game. That's not Jacy Jayne's end game. Her end game is probably Jordynne Grace or someone else, but not Tatum Paxley. So for right now, these are feuds to give them something to do. Give Jordynne Grace something to do. Give Kalani Jordan something to do. Elevate Tatum Paxley. She won't win, but elevate her with a story. A good story, I think, with Lyra and Dame. And we'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes from there. Will Easy Dame cost her? Probably. Even if she doesn't, there's freaking Lainey Reed and Fallon Henley. There's so much to do there. I mean, I don't think Easy Dame is happy about Tatum Paxley winning that match at all. Clearly, right? So you're probably going to get Fallon Henley, Lainey Reed trying to interfere. Easy Dame will try to pretend like she's trying to stop them, but Easy Dame will probably be part of the reason why Tatum Paxley loses. Lyra will say, hey, Tatum, pay attention. Easy Dame is not on your side. She wanted you to lose, and that's how that will continue. You'll probably get Lyra versus Easy Dame, stuff like that. Ultimately, big pop when Tatum Paxley stands up for herself and leaves the culling. The culling will go after her. Then you'll get Tatum versus Easy Dame. Tatum wins. We'll see where it goes from there. Okay. Let's move on from that. Let's talk about the next topic here, which is what is. Let's see what it is. have a question. I'm gonna ask you guys. Next topic. I give you 3 options. Women's Wrestler of the Year, because we just saw this recently on Twitter that Dave Meltzer said that he gave his opinion on Wrestler of the Year, and Mercedes Moné responded to that. Talk about that, because I am an aficionado on that topic. We talk about the Joshis in WWE and how that relates to Sareee. Yeah, those are your 2 options. Wrestler of the Year or Joshis in WWE and tie in Sareee. Those are your 2 options. I'll look at the chat. I could see Izzy Dame joining Fatal Influence. Abandoning the culling? Yeah, I don't see that one. Women's Wrestler of the Year, the Joshis. Second one, because I saw you get attacked. Okay, you know what? Let's do that one. Let's talk about we're going to do both. Let's start with the Joshis, and we'll talk about Sareee and all that stuff. So, I took to Twitter, and I mentioned that I believe the Joshis are cooking in WWE right now. With what Kairi's doing, her character work, her acting, the emotion she's showing, being able to cook, given real story time and TV time. Asuka with her heel run, what she's doing great work, some of the best work of her entire career, given plenty of story time and character moments. You're seeing Io Sky thriving at the top of the division, working with the biggest star in the women's division, Rhea Ripley, having good matches, having a lot of screen time. That story beats and everything's going on with that story. Julia, who is on SmackDown. Now SmackDown has bad writing all around, right? So not like, oh, all of SmackDown has good writing, but Julia, she's getting bad writing. No, all of SmackDown across the board is bad, right? So that's not really a problem in terms of like them caring about Julia. All of it's bad, right? Hopefully it gets better, because apparently they make some changes, but she's champion. Let's not pretend. I saw some people on Twitter, like, can we be honest about stuff here? Like, can we be honest with ourselves, not bullshit? Julia was given the ticket, the golden ticket, right? They love her. They invested in her. Come on over. Come to WrestleMania. We'll show you on the screen. Come in, face Roxanne right away. Have some adversity. Win the Iron Survivor. Win the title. Have a match with Stephanie Vaquera at Madison Square Garden. Go to SmackDown. Get put in the title picture immediately and beat Zelina Vega. They have positioned her every step of the way with no actual, like, it was set in stone. Her run, her booking, her push was set in stone. It was always going to happen, and she got it. I don't mind it because she's good. If it was somebody I didn't like in the ring, if it was Indy Hartwell, something like that, I'd be kind of annoyed because I like Julia. I'm a fan of hers. She's good in the ring. I don't mind it. But let's be clear. Her booking was set in stone before she stepped foot in America. Championships in NXT, championships on the main roster right away. Okay, let's be clear. So this notion that, oh, they don't believe in her is comical. Like, put your bias aside, put your fandom aside. Let's be honest about the situation for once in your life. It's not bullshit. Anyway, the Joshis are booked well. Across the board, they get TV time, they get attention. Triple H does that because he is invested in the Asian market. He wants to promote over there. So he picked out Julia, handpicked her, partly because of her face, but ultimately she's good in the ring, so I don't care, right? Brought her over, marketing, dollars, get people's eyeballs in Japan looking at the WWE product, right? It's obvious, it's clear, it's not a secret. Okay. And I think it's great. I'm loving what they're doing. I'm loving Asuka. I'm loving Kairi. I think Kairi had one of her best matches I've seen in a while against Rhea Ripley. Plenty of time in the ring. She looked great in there. And I'm loving what we're getting here. I think they have the best storyline. The best storyline in WWE right now is Joshi centered. Am I wrong? I don't think so. So, that's all I said. Okay, most people didn't really have a problem with that, right? They didn't really say I was wrong. Some of them brought up Sareee. Not Sareee, they brought up Julia, said, what about Julia? And I corrected them and said, it's all bad writing over there. But ultimately, they believe in her ultimately, right? So most people didn't have a problem with that. It was, let me see if I can find these tweets, by the way, while I'm running my mouth over here. Because I don't think it was that far a long time ago. Here it is. All right, so here is the one. I put out several tweets that annoyed some people. Okay. So the one about the Joshis, folks didn't really have a problem with it, right? This one, they didn't really have a problem with it. Now, let's transition over to Sareee. Now, Sareee, one of my favorite wrestlers. Talk about her all the time, right? She's great. The Sun Goddess, I love her. She's great, right? She recently lost her IWGP Championship to Sareee. This was a bit of a shock because I thought that Sareee was going to get a longer leash. I thought she was going to have a longer reign, but apparently Bushiroad, New Japan, had other things in mind. I think, honestly, if you're a freelancer, if you're not signed to the company, you can't really guarantee any type of run of substance, even if you're a Sareee. Even if you're Sareee, if you are a freelancer, which she is, if you're not signed to Bushiroad, they're going to take that belt and put it on somebody who is signed. How short Monet's reign was, right? So Sareee had a short run, shorter than I think she thought she was going to get, and they put it on Sareee. Whatever. The match came out of nowhere. Like, this announcement, 3 days, title defense. Like, that was kind of weird. I knew when I saw that something fell off. Like, are they going to take the belt off of Sareee? That's what they did. Sareee lost. Okay, so of course, with Sareee losing, there's talk about her doing some more freelance work, working Marigold. I say, you know what? I'm going to take to Twitter. And I'm going to say, you know what, Sareee, time to come on home to WWE. Now, did I know that was going to get a rise out of folks? Yes. Did I tweet that knowing damn well folks would get mad? Yes. I'm not going to lie. I don't lie to you folks. I don't lie to you, okay? I tweeted that knowing damn well some of the Joshi stands would freak out. And that's what happened, right? They said, boo, you suck. You know what you're talking about. Ew, go away. Let's see some of his reactions. Let's see. This Sareee, this Joker said, Sareee said, so let's see what she actually said. Sareee talks about playing a heel and having to play a character she didn't want to in WWE. When I went to WWE in America, I didn't want to be a villain so much as a strong wrestler. I wanted to be seen as cool and strong, but instead they made me play an anime character in a sailor uniform. He's saying, this Sareee, you want to go back to WWE? I said, yeah. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I really have how do I say this? How do I articulate this? I really have a problem with disingenuous people and bad faith arguments. You're telling me that Sareee should not go back to WWE because her booking was bad previously. Who did that remind me of? I don't know, Cody Rhodes, the face of the fucking promotion. What was he? Gold Dust. What is he now? The face of the damn promotion. CM Punk. He said the WWE made him sick. He hated WWE. He said it made him sick. Where is he now? Dancing his ass off in Australia, doing the emote with EO and Rhea Ripley, having a ball. It's called coming to America, sitting down, having a fucking conversation saying, hey, adult to adult, I didn't love my booking before. Can you tell me that I'm not going to get that this time around? I'm sure, because duh, they're going to say yes. We're not going to do that. That was not Triple H's freaking vision for her. That was not William Regal's vision for her. Look at EO. Look at Asuka. Look at fucking Julia. You're trying to tell me that Sareee is going to be booked bad by Triple H? This is what I have a problem with. People can't be honest with themselves. Bad faith arguments. You know damn well Sareee will be booked better this time around. You know it because the evidence is in front of you. The evidence is right there in front of you. You know damn well that Sareee would be booked better. You know that. So why are you giving this bullshit talking about, oh, she was a sailor before, sailor, as in Sailor Moon. She was an anime character before. She's playing school nerd. You know damn well Triple H will not do that to her this time around. You know that. So why are you tweeting me this bullshit? I'm reading this shit. I'm like, I just have an honest damn discussion about it. He fucking hates the Fed, man. What? At what point did you say she hated WWE? In fact, she goes out of her way to not say anything bad about the WWE. This woman likes every damn tweet I put with her in WWE. Every time I tweet, Sareee should go back to WWE. Like, Sareee would be booked better by Triple H. Like, every time I tweet her with the WWE, she likes it. I won't say every time, but most of the time, she likes to tweet. Just be honest with yourself and say, you know what? I hate the WWE. I don't want to see my favorite wrestler or one of my favorite wrestlers wrestle over there. I can respect that because at least that's honest. But these bad faith arguments, knowing damn well Triple H will book her differently this time around. You know that. You know that. So why you keep saying that? Just say you hate the WWE, you don't want her over there. Or say, I don't watch the WWE, so I prefer her to wrestle in the promotions that I watch. That makes sense. That's honest. But don't bullshit me. That's my problem. There's too much bullshit over there. You know? Look at this clown. Look at this clown. I have no clue who you're talking to. Name 5 Sareee matches. Me? Name 5. Like, I can't take it. Name 5. My guy, take 2 seconds. 2 seconds, go to my damn Twitter and scroll. I can't name 5 Sareee matches. With the amount of women's wrestling I've watched this year, let alone my entire life, right? This year. I wonder if there's 5 on this damn list. Funny enough. Let me see. I'm just curious. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 Sareee matches. I'm sorry. 6, 7. 8, 9. There's 9 Sareee matches on my top 75 list. Let alone how many matches have you? Fuck off. This is my problem with people. Okay. These pretentious assholes, they assume you don't know anything. Because I'm a WWE fan and I want Sareee in the WWE, I must not know Sareee. I don't watch her matches. I don't follow the Joshi scene. It is the most annoying thing online. What? Okay, so I went on a tangent there. My bad. Anyway, I think the Joshis are doing well in WWE, doing very, very, very well. And I think Sareee will do very well as well this time around. I think she'll be booked very strongly, very well. Do I think she's coming anytime soon? No. The woman has bookings for early 2026 in January, and I think as far as March goes. So we won't be seeing her in the WWE anytime soon anyway, right? It'd probably be like late 2026 or 2027, if anything. She has bookings, she has plans, she has stuff to do. That's fine, okay? Now, for the folks that are saying Ring of Honor, I'm sorry, I can't get behind that one. I just can't. I can't actively root for one of my favorite wrestlers to be on Thursdays behind a paywall wrestling for a very small audience. I don't love that. If you're coming to America and you're a Joshi, aim for the top in terms of viewership, in terms of eyeballs, in terms of actual good booking. As you can see, the Joshis are at the top right now in the WWE. If you come to America, go for the top. Don't go to Ring of fucking Honor. Are you kidding me? Sareee? No disrespect to Mina, but Mina is the mid-card champion, Ring of Honor. She paid well. She's paid well. Okay, she wants to be in America. She is. I don't begrudge her. Have a ball. Enjoy your life, Mina, but I don't want that for Sareee. I just don't. I don't like that Athena is over there. Think I want Sareee over there? No. Anyway, so that's my little I can't believe that tweet. Name 5 Sareee matches. I just can't deal with this bullshit, man. In fact, before I move off that topic, let me see what else was in that damn So I said this also. I said, hey, last time a Joshi lost the IWGP title, he went to America. Clearly talking about Kairi Sane, which is true. One of the reasons why she left Japan, she did not like how her title reign was handled. She thought she was going to have a good, long, substantial reign. It ended short to Mercedes Moné. She was upset. So, you know what? I'm out of here. I'm not saying it's going to happen with Sareee. This one was kind of a joke as well. I was kind of joking to get people riled up again, see what they would say. People got riled up with this one as well. But I don't expect to see Sareee in America anytime soon for a long period of time. I just don't see it. So fear not. Fear not. Okay, I've been ignoring the chat. Will Julia feud with Tiffany now? I don't think so. You're rage baiting Joshi stance, kind of, but I can't control how they behave. Okay, they want to act crazy. That's them. Okay, I'm not saying anything bad. People love to use this argument. They sure do. Hunter loves to Joshis. I agree. Well, Kairi faced Saya how she really felt. Kairi faced Saya how she really felt. What do you mean by that? Clarify that line, Will. Okay, Ministry of Dark. I'll read your comment, even though I'm very much annoyed with you right now. From their pay-per-view. From their point of view, they just want the best for her and hated her booking in the WWE. That's fine. That's fine. But to be disingenuous and pretend like you don't see what's happening with Asuka, Kairi, and Io and Julia, and to say that, oh, her booking will be the same. You know damn well Triple H was away. That was freaking whoever was over there. Triple H, William Regal, this time around, would have completely different booking for her. Completely. So to be like, lie to yourself and say, it'll be bad. Get out of here. Hunter created a whole storyline to push Kairi. Yes, entire storyline where Kairi Sane will be the most over babyface and get the loudest pop when she turns on Asuka. But stay away, Sareee. Don't go back over there. Just plain stupidity. Plain stupidity. And I'm not going to not call it out when I see it. Especially when I see stupid tweets like, name 5 Sareee matches. Get the fuck out of here. Seriously. Let's see what else is in his damn thread. I'm not a mega fan of Sareee, but I speak for everyone when I say no. Okay. He never used right in WWE. That would change this time around. You've been home, son. Home, I agree. I will admit, home, I threw in there to trigger folks. I did. I'm not going to lie. That was to trigger folks. Home for someone who did not start there and has spoken negatively about her time there. Okay. Come on home. LOL. She's already home. Her home is Japan. That's fair. No. So they can have her not wrestle again? No. LOL. Not buying that bait. Laugh my ass off. Why? Home. Again, if you think this is going to happen to her again, I'm just sorry. You're not being honest with yourself. I mean, we know. Come on, you know damn well. Again, Goldust versus Cody now. Be the same situation. It'd be different. You know that. So just don't give me that nonsense. You know that. You know that. Anyway, that's enough of that nonsense. Okay. Moving on from this. Next topic. Again, I love the Joshis over there in WWE. Killing it. And I think other Joshis are paying attention. And I wouldn't be surprised if Sareee was one of them. Io Sky will be in Japan. It'd be a big deal. Doing a bunch of press for her match with Mayu. We'll be talking about WWE and all that good stuff. Not be surprised, okay? Not be surprised if other folks start looking, Io Sky doing all this cool stuff, traveling the world, hanging out with the kangaroos with Rhea Ripley. Maybe I can see myself there because representation, right? Representation. See yourself in other people that look like you, that come from where you come from. It's all good. You know, it's all good stuff. Okay. Mercedes Moné. Female Wrestler of the Year says who? Says her. Says her stands. But not says Dave Meltzer, because he said Sareee. Okay, so let me pull this down for a second. I can say with confidence, with my chest, few people in the IWC can talk on this subject better than me. I'm going to say it again. I can say with confidence and with my chest, few people in the IWC can talk about this topic of Wrestler of the Year for the women better than me. I've watched a countless amount of women's wrestling this year because I made the decision of keeping up with the list. My list is up to 100 right now. I haven't posted it yet, but I've been keeping it at 75, but it's way over 100. The list, I've watched way more than that. I've watched multiple matches over again, 2-3 times again to get my score on the matches. I've seen it all. Okay, I know my stuff when it comes to this topic of female wrestler of the year for 2025. I challenge anyone to say that I don't, and I will debate anybody on this topic. Anyone. Anyway, I say all that to say, for me, my female wrestler of the year is Io Sky. That's my current wrestler of the year. Why? I'm basically it most off of in-ring. That's like the biggest chunk of it by far, right? By far in-ring, like 99% of it. Also, how box office are you? Are you on the biggest stages? Are you relevant to wrestling? But most importantly, you're in-ring. That's the biggest chunk of it, in-ring. Based on what I've seen this year, you're number one. And I think she is a solid number one. Now, there's also a case to be made for people like Starlight Kid, who's had a great year with that white belt. People like Azumi has a good run, I think. You can throw in Saya as well. I think that one feels a little bit more like, how do I say it when it comes to Saya Kamatani? He's being positioned right now by her company to win awards. The reason why they took the belt off of Azumi and put it on Saya, because they wanted her to get a New Japan belt. Therefore, they can put her on the Wrestle Kingdom card. And recently, Saya Kamatani came out and said, hey, I am the MVP. I've been the most box office. I've been on your TV screens. I've made the most noise. I've made the most news. You guys all know, regardless of gender, I'm MVP. I don't want the women's award. I want the main award. So she's on a campaign right now to win the MVP award that they usually give to the men. So that's interesting. From an in-ring standpoint, I can't say with certainty that she had a better run than Starlight Kid. I have to look again to verify that statement. But even if worst case scenario is neck and neck with her and Starlight Kid, I think Io Sky has separated herself from Starlight Kid and Saya and Azumi right now. Now, on the topic of Monet, because I don't think Sareee, I love Sareee. She's awesome. I'm a fan. I don't think Sareee has reached the levels of a Io, of a Saya. She's closer to Saya, but of a Io, Azumi, or Starlight Kid, I don't think she reached those levels. She can still, because I think she will be given the opportunity to. Has a match coming up here with Momo for both belts, the red belt and for the New Japan Strong belt. She'll be given a lot of opportunities. I think they're probably going to set up Shuri versus her at the end of the year, maybe. She'll be on that card, that Wrestle Kingdom card. Will that be in 2025 or 2026? It depends on, I think it's early January, so may not even be in the year. But anyway, she's going to be given a lot of opportunities to get that spot. At least when it comes to in Japan, maybe. We'll see how it goes. I think Starlight Kid still has her beat, and maybe even Azumi. I think Sareee has not had the same type of year as Azumi and Starlight Kid, but we'll see how it ends. We'll see how it ends. She's been doing a lot of tag team stuff with Kamiya Roja, and she hasn't really been given that many bangers this year. Not as much as she had last year. I thought last year was a better year for her with Mari Gold and her matches with Tommy. Well, that was early this year, but her matches with Mari Gold, with Nanae Takahashi, with Bozilla, all those matches, her matches with Julia. I think she just had a better run last year, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, let's talk about Mercedes Moné. Mercedes Moné has, well, first, let's show you the tweet she put out. She's in character. She's having fun, right? She's in character. She's enjoying herself. She saw Dave Meltzer's tweet, right? What she saw. Someone asked Dave. I don't know why you're talking about Dave, but Dave's a hack, but whatever. Do you think Mercedes Moné has a shot at Female Wrestler of the Year this year? Question mark. I think it's close between her and Io. And Dave Meltzer, the person people care about, says that's a tough category. In the ring, the best is Sareee. I don't take that with any real, like, I don't know what the hell this man watches. He watches matches. He says he does. I'm not convinced he actually pays attention to what he's watching. I don't respect his opinion on anything. All around, as contenders, I see Toni Storm. Yeah, I don't see that one at all. I don't know his criteria. So just to be clear, I don't know his criteria, but whatever. I see Toni Storm, Moné, Sky, Sareee, and Saya as favorites. No Starlight Kid. I don't buy his opinion at all. Like, who cares about his opinion? He didn't even mention Starlight Kid at all. Like, get out of here. Anyway, Moné's response was, "You dumb, stupid, salty Mark. I'm the greatest of all time. 10 belts, Moné. CEO. Ultimo Moné. I had the greatest year of my career. Who better than me? Tag below. LOL, laughing my ass off." Give her a level. Again, this wouldn't be the one that I would use. But again, I don't know the criteria. Like, what are you basing this off of? In-ring, box office, who was in the forefront of wrestling, who had the most popularity of the year. Like, I don't know what we're basing off of. But someone put up Saya's gift here, and she said, 2 belts, and she needs to get on my level. 10 belts. Okay, she's joking around. Okay, I hear you. I got 10 belts. She only has 2. Yada yada. Right. There's no better than you, mama. Give me a hit. Don't have anyone to tag because there is no one. Nobody. For Stephanie. LOL. That is LOL. That's deserving of a LOL. Let's see. Nobody. Mayu, get the hell out of here. I love Mayu, but not a chance. Saya, okay. Yeah, no. Nobody. Zuki, Sareee, Shuri, Mayu Watani. Yeah, okay. Anyway, let's get out of here. Get out of here. Io Sky is my wrestler of the year right now. Mania match with Rhea Ripley at Evolution, putting on great performances after great performance with many different people, whether it's Roxanne, whether it's Raquel, just always delivering in the ring. I just think she's the best right now. You can look at my rankings here to give you an idea. I mean, I have Io here, I have Io here, I have Io here. Again, I mean, she's just definitely Vacating match was a banger. She's delivered all year. Every match, every time, more so than anyone else, I think, for me. And when you combine the stage she had with the Mania and that match she had with Rhea Ripley before Mania, where she beat her for the belt, I think she deserves it. Yeah, I think she's like the definitive number one right now. It can always change. But I think she's the definitive number one. I don't know what Dave is talking about. Now, if you are somebody who watches Monet, you say, hey, she has 10 belts. Well, yeah, Toni Storm, that's a weird one. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, with Monet, her getting 10 belts doesn't move me. I don't care about how many belts you have. It's more about your in-ring. Like, you can have no belts and be the wrestler of the year. Like, Io has no belts right now. He doesn't hold a belt. But I think, like, promotions calling you up and say, hey, Monet, come and get our belt. That's not really, doesn't move me. It's about your in-ring performances. It's about how box office are you, the stage, all that stuff. But having 10 belts, I don't care if it's 10, 3, 2, and 1. I don't care. No belts. I just think Io Sky had delivered in the ring. She delivered in the biggest moments. And she's number one for me. Followed by Starlight Kid, Azumi, Saya, Sareee. Now, I might put Monet over Sareee, maybe. I have to think about it. But I haven't done the whole ranking thing in a while yet. But in terms of number one, that's Io Sky. Now again, my criteria is in-ring, stage, performance, stuff like that. Now, if you're saying, well, promos and stuff like that, then sure, that's fine. But I'm not going by promos and storylines, really. It's more about your in-ring. Mercedes is being paid millions, and it hasn't drawn a dime. Viewership is tanking, I think you're trying to say, and she hasn't done a damn thing to move the needle. Outside of the Brit feud, has had any notable storylines. What is the top storyline for her this year? Her match with Toni Storm, which was like a feud. Who's the best, me or you? I guess that's what that was. Yeah, her storylines have not been great. Current storyline is about getting belts. And I hate belt collector storylines, so it's not for me. But yeah, Meltzer trying to shoe in Toni Storm is weird. Toni Storm, wrestler of the year. Again, I don't know your criteria. If you're saying she was at the top of the division in AW, and you're saying that she's good on the mic, okay, sure. But to say she's wrestler of the year, I don't get that. That's weird. I don't get that at all. Out of those 10 belts, what match do you remember? The one I remember is her best one, which is the one against Emerson Jane. Do I know the name of the belt? No. So I'll concede to you that reality, which is the problem with having 10 belts, right? You have 10 belts, get more, less, and more, less. I think it's less important, less significant. We have more of them. So I don't know what the hell's going on with those belts. I don't remember the name of them. I don't know the promotion. But her match with Emerson Jane was great. What was that belt? What was that title? Let's see. Mercedes Moné versus Emerson Jane. Name 5 Sareee matches. The fucking clown. That was Rev Pro? That's a problem with having so many damn belts. Rev Pro and DW women's title match. There it is. Remember that match. Her best match of the year, I think. But beyond that, I don't really remember that many of her title matches. I agree. I'll concede. Yeah, it's tough. 10 titles, man. And by the way, there's more coming. Because I believe she has another match at the end of this week. Another belt coming. I could be wrong. Let me check. There's another one coming. Let's see if I bookmarked it. I did not bookmark it. Okay, so let's go and let's see if I can find it. The media. Oh, here it is. Jody Threat. 4 days from now. In 4 days, Moné gets another belt. Because, excuse me, she's not losing. Not going over there to lose. So another belt goes to Mercedes Moné. Rumble in the Burt. Rumble in the Burt. So 11 belts coming for Moné. Jody Threat. She's been in NXT. I'm sorry, TNA. $11, folks. Number 11 is coming. Toni Storm is behind Io, Rhea, and Mercedes Moné. Agreed. I've never been impressed with Toni Storm's in-ring. She's good. Is she great in the ring? Is she S tier? Not a chance in hell. She's a good wrestler, but I agree. Her in-ring is not the most spectacular. It's not the best. She's just a good in-ring performer. That's what she is. Toni versus Megan was good, but pretty much anything after the Mariah feud, no one cares. Agreed. I would agree with that. Got Toni Storm against Chris Statlander. That'll be a good one, I'm sure. Will it put her on the map for Wrestle of the Year? No, not at all. Okay, anything else I need to talk about here before I just look at the chat? Let's see. No, that's pretty much it. Dave Meltzer. It's a hack. Io Sky. Wrestler of the Year, I think. 3. Lover. Will she be in the WWE anytime soon? No. What's going to happen with Seth Rollins? Who knows? Hopefully they have a good plan for the pivot. Hopefully CM Punk or Braun Breaker, whatever they do, hopefully it's good. I have no real conviction there, but I'm thinking CM Punk will win the belt at that show, that Saturday Night Main Event show. So look forward to that, I guess. And the Joshis are enjoying themselves in the WWE. If you are a Joshi stan, you should be happy. You should be applauding them. You should be applauding Creative, not crying and bitching about it. Because you know damn well, if it was the other way around, you'd be complaining about their booking. So be happy and praise Creative for pushing them to the forefront and giving them so much TV time. Can we talk about Wrestle Kingdom real quick, by the way? So Saya will be, Saya Kamatani that is, she will be on that Wrestle Kingdom card. But I'm a little confused Um, why is it that the IWC and the Joshi stands are content with the reality that the women will be given like, well, I don't know, let's see, 9 minutes to wrestle? Because last year at Wrestle Kingdom, Mayu versus Azumi was less than 9 minutes. I repeat, Mayu versus Azumi at Wrestle Kingdom was less than 9 minutes. It was the only match on the card. I'm looking around at the Joshi stands, looking around at the IWC. Everybody's like, cool. It's okay. Really? Interesting. So in Japan, when women get shorted time, it's okay because it's just how it is. It's how Wrestle Kingdom is. It's how New Japan is. It's okay, right? But over here in the West, you'd be causing a kerfuffle. Interesting. Why are more people standing up and shouting, give the women more time? Why are they okay in accepting the short amount of time that the women get at these shows in New Japan? But if Azumi and Mayu got 9 minutes on the West, whether it's WWE or AW, you have something to say about it. I don't know. Someone tell me. I need somebody who's a Joshi stan, who watches New Japan, to tell me why it's acceptable for the women to get a short amount of time for the matches on these New Japan shows. I'm curious. You don't have to answer it now, but I'd like to know why nobody cares about that. Curious. Because last year I was shocked. Because I know any better. Like, why are they getting 8 minutes and change? Oh, this is how it works. This is how it works. Like less than 9 minutes. Oh, okay. Nobody's talking about it. It's cool. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, I'm done with that. Any questions, comments, or concerns about anything we talked about today? Am I wrong? Let me know. New Japan always did that though. Sure. And at one point, the women got 3-minute matches for the WWE. Things changed. Now, 9 minutes for a match would be frowned upon at a big show. So I'm wondering what's the like push for that? Like, is anybody saying anything about that? Are they pushing? Are they fighting? Are they complaining? Is there a movement? Give the women more time. More time for the women. Is anybody doing that? I'm curious. That's all. Would you put Lyra in the top 10? Top 10 what? Top 10 wrestlers in the WWE Women's Division? Top 10 in the world? Top 10 female wrestlers in 2025? What? Top 10 what? You were shocked they gave Sareee and Sareee time? Yeah, they got like, 15 minutes? Honestly, I think Saree's going to drop that belt. Would you be shocked if they put the belt on Saya? Let's say they did Saya versus Sareee for all the gold. We get 3 belts, Saya. Not be surprised one bit. Would not be surprised one bit if Saya got that belt as well. I'm surprised they didn't give them that match. By them I mean Sareee and Saya. Folks thought Sareee would face Saya. Maybe Sareee would drop the belt to Saya. Didn't happen. So they're passing on that. I think it's because Sareee is a freelancer and they don't want a freelancer in that spot. So I think you might get Saya versus Sareee. Because I'll tell you one thing for damn sure. Poor Momo Watanabe. She's going to get that match with Saya. She's going to lose because duh. That'll be that. You went to 5-star GP. So face Saya for the belts. She's gonna lose. That'll be that. Because I don't think you're gonna get Momo against Saya later on. Maybe they do that at, I don't know. Who knows what they're gonna do? I'm thinking maybe they could do that at. I don't know. Never mind. I'm not sure what they're gonna do. I'm thinking at the end of the year they do have their big show, right? So I'm thinking there's a chance they can still do a big show, a big match for them at the big show at the end of the year. No, it just depends. You dropping it to Monet? I think who dropping what to Monet? Who? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. No, no. The belt they made for Monet was a strong belt. They made that belt because they didn't want her holding the IWGP. So that is, they don't want that belt on a freelancer for that long or a foreigner for that long. They want that belt on a talent who is signed to the company, I believe. So I don't see them putting that belt on Monet unless she's going to drop it immediately, hold it for like a month or two. But remember, they took the strong belt off Monet for a reason. They want their belts on signed talent right now. If Momo loses to Saya, which she will, I wonder what the Saya match will be for Dream Queendom. That's what I'm thinking about. I don't think they're gonna do a rematch for Momo at Dream Queendom. So what's that match? Could be Sareee. It could be Monet. She's gonna lose because I just believe they're all about the Saya train right now. They're all about popping her up, elevating her, make her the biggest deal possible going into the end of the year. So I don't see her losing. Whether it's Dream Queendom, whether it's Wrestle Kingdom, she's winning. Question is, what are the matches? I don't know. Bushiroad couldn't sign Sareee. They couldn't. Probably why they took the belt off of her. You want to sign? She's like, no, I'm good. Okay, give us our belt. You want to freelance? You don't want to sign? Okay, well, give us our belt. Deuces. Probably what happened. They probably wanted to sign her. She's like, nah. I am a freelancer. I don't sign. Okay, I freelance. Okay, well, get out of here. Look at Shinsuke and Julia having a ball in Australia. That's probably what happened. But I'm good. Saya versus Io. That will never. Slim chance. I won't say never. Slim chance. Only way that happens if Saya leaves the Bushiroad network. So no more Stardom, no more New Japan. It's the only way that happens. I don't see it. Now Sareee Io, that could happen next year. Could happen next year at Marigold. It could. Next week we get Roxanne versus Vacating and Becky versus Maxine. Sure do. That's gonna be good matches. Very good matches. Wait, are they doing Vacating Roxanne 1-on-1 next week? I thought they were teasing the feud, but I didn't know they were going to do the match next week. Guess I missed that one. All right, any other questions? Any questions about anything before we wrap it up? Yes, no title. No title, 1-on-1? Okay, interesting. Then she'll probably win. She'll probably win that one then, I guess. This man asked me if I watched 3 matches. Incredible. You know what? I'm gonna make this dude even more famous. Name 5 Sareee matches. Do you think Asuka, Kairi, and Io end their wrestling life in WWE? Is there a chance that Io might have a one-off later on down the road? Her or Kairi? Yes, but I think the bulk of the career, definitely Asuka, will end in WWE. Will it be another one like another match down the road? Like, you know, sometimes in Japan, actually a lot of times in Japan, they bring back the veterans and the legends to have a match. Like a lot of them, oftentimes you see 40, 50-year-old women wrestling in Japan. So that could always happen. But for their main bulk of the career, yes. I think it ends in WWE for all 3 of them. Fucking hilarious. Raquel been getting booked stronger. Yes, I love her booking recently. Very strong booking. Very strong booking. I love it. Strong booking. Makes sense. No storyline really for her, but her booking has been strong. They giving. Oh, I read that one already. Raquel been getting. Oh, I read that one just now. Yeah, she had a good year. They're giving Roxanne the non-title match just to give Raquel the title match down the line. Oh, so you think Raquel's getting the push? Really? She's getting the ultimate push. That's interesting. I wasn't crying. I wiping away some of the sweat on my face. I wasn't crying. I'm crying and laughing at some of these people on Twitter, by the way. The way Io was talking in that CVC interview, how she loves WWE, yeah. No, that made people mad. Even like the biggest hater, they can't say shit about the way the WWE has treated Io. So they're always quiet about that. You don't see anyone in the tweet saying, oh, she should hate WWE, because they know that sounds stupid. So typically when you see Io talk about the WWE, no one really says anything. They're kind of like, yeah, we get it. She's booked well. She booked well. Bianca will be back, don't worry. Don't even get me started on Bianca's situation. Because honestly, I'm starting to worry. I'm starting to worry about the future of her career. I kid you not. No finger injury keep you out that long. That's kind of scary, man. I'm telling you. If she doesn't show up this Friday, I have no choice but to believe she's gonna miss the War Games build. And if she misses the War Games build, Rumble return? I don't know. It's getting kind of weird, man. It's getting kind of scary out there for the Bianca fans, man. I'm scared about that finger injury, man. It could be bad. Some people have finger injuries that can never go straight. Like her finger can't bend. It's possible that it'll never be able to bend properly again. And then what? See some of these freak injuries with fingers with football players where the pinky is forever bent straight. All we know, her finger may never be the same again. If it's not bending properly ever, What does that mean for her career? I'm probably being over dramatic, but at this point, with no new news, with no new evidence, I'm worried. He has to remove it. She retired before that. She retired before she moves that day. She will retire. She's not going to remove her finger. She just retire. If her finger can't bend all the way, she can't wrestle. She just retire. She's not going to amputate her finger. That's not happening. But we'll see. All right. Any other questions before I wrap it up here? Tonight is AW. I have no idea what's on that card. I have no clue what's happening. No clue what's happening with AW. Let's see. What Tony Khan have cooking tonight? What does Tony Khan have cooking tonight? What is he going to do to raise those ratings? What's the plan, Khan, man? Let's see. Kenny Omega, Jurassic Express, what a stupid name, versus Mark Davis, Josh Alexander. Okay, he's popular right now, Josh Alexander. Okay. We have a trios match for the tag titles. Okay. Got famous last words between Tony Storm and Chris Statlander. Okay. A special face-to-face between Darby and Moxley. Okay. Tag matches. You have Megan Bayne against Harley Cameron. Wait a minute. Oh, it's 3. Oh, I see. 3-hour special. No wonder you have 2 women's matches. The only way that's going to happen. Okay, Dynamite Collision back to back. Okay, I see. That's why we have 2 women's matches, because of Collision. If it wasn't for Collision, no women's match. So no more name tonight, huh? Okay. So we got Megan Bayne, Harley Cameron. We got Jamie Hayter, Sky Blue. Jamie Hayter is in a feud with Tekla. I don't know what they're doing with Megan Bayne. No clue. She's working with freaking FTR. A stupid faction, by the way. It's called like something Gods. We the Gods, the Mighty Gods, some stupid name. Like the only person here that looks like a god is Megan Bayne. The rest of y'all look like some regular old dudes and gals, okay? But whatever. Yeah. Whatever. Seems kind of skippable, honestly. I know one thing. Better hope that Warner Brothers doesn't sell to Paramount. Because all hell is breaking loose. The fear factor will be out of this world if they sell to Paramount. Lucky for them, so far, Warner Brothers has turned down the first offer. We always turn down the first offer. You always turn down the first offer. Don't know what I'm talking about. Paramount has made a bid. Made a bid for Warner Brothers. Paramount wants Warner Brothers, okay, and they turned it down for now. About the first offer. Okay, my guy here. My guy, Larry Ellison, has fuck you money. Okay? He's the second richest man in the world. It's between him and Elon Musk. Him and Elon Musk are always changing spots. 1, 2, 1, 2. The man is filthy rich. Okay? He is fuck your mother rich. Okay? If he wants Warner Brothers, he's going to get it. If he wants it. He can keep upping that offer, upping that offer, upping that offer. Eventually, if you want it, he's going to get it. When I say he has FU money, the man can do what he wants. Okay? So David Ellison and his dad, they're going to get that if they want it. If that happens, if Warner Brothers sells to the Ellison folk in Paramount, who knows what's going to happen with the DC property, with AW, who knows? But I'm telling you, if the Ellison folk want that company, they want Warner Brothers, they're going to get it. They have FU money. How much money does what is his net worth exactly? Let me see. Let me see. What is Larry Ellison's net worth? What? My guy, $365 billion. I repeat, 365 billion for the large ownership stake in Oracle. If the man wants Warner Brothers, he's going to get it. Because ultimately, Zaslav, who runs Warner Brothers, he is beholden to the stakeholders. Eventually, that offer will be so high, they can't refuse it. That's what happened with Twitter. That's what happened with Twitter. When Elon Musk wanted to buy Twitter, they couldn't refuse it. Even if you hated Elon Musk, they couldn't refuse it because the money was too high and the stakeholders come first. So when somebody says, I'll give you $1 bazillion, you accept it because the stakeholders are saying, hey, we want to get paid. Take the highest bidder. This man, if he wants Warner Brothers, he's going to get it. Okay. And the future of AW, who knows? Who knows? Because my guy is close to a lot of the folks that are close with the WWE, I believe. Could be wrong about that. But he's close with Trump folk. He's close with Endeavor, who are close with the WWE. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Very interesting stuff. So there's two things that can screw AW. There's two things. If Larry Ellison and Paramount buy Warner Brothers, which will probably happen if they want it. He wants it, he's going to get it. And if a billionaire comes in and buys TNA, I do believe TNA will be getting a TV deal with CW. So add TNA with a TV deal and then add a billionaire owner, billionaire who could offer contracts to AW stars who are down the card. They will pay you more than they're paying you. Come over here and be at the top of the card. I'm telling you, it's going to be a problem. Billionaire owner, CW deal, a massive problem for AEW. Let alone if Paramount buys Warner Brothers, which will probably happen. Will probably happen eventually because Larry Ellison can buy whatever he wants. Wants it, he's going to get it. It's all about how much does Zaslav hold off on. They're going to hold off for double the money? I believe the first offer was what, 47 million? Warner Brothers turned down sale. How much was it? Let's see. Wasn't it like 47, I think? $47 billion? Something like that? These ads are annoying. Warner Brothers fails. Let's see. Warner Brothers rejects takeover bid. How much was it? $20 a share. Okay. That's equivalent to how much? It's a lot. Just know that it's a lot. Can't find an actual number, but whatever. It's a lot. There was talk about Netflix wanting to buy them as well. Yeah, there was, but I think Larry Ellison will be able to offer more, for sure. I think. Not I think. I know for a fact he will. He has more. He has more money than Netflix. Netflix is in a constant state of debt. A constant state of debt. But anyway, yeah. The actual number is not important. I can't find it anymore. I'm pretty sure it's like 47 billion. But we'll see where it goes. I believe it's gonna go down eventually. But we'll see. Okay. That's it, folks, for the stream. Do me a favor. Hit like. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Leave a comment too. Why not? Do that as well. And I try to figure out. Just trying to figure out how much that thing was. How much the offer was, really. I can't find the actual number. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, I don't think Netflix will get it though. They won't. It'll go to Paramount eventually. The richest man will always win in the end. They'll always get what they want. If they can offer more money. We are the richest man in the world. We do that. Are we watching this tonight? We're watching Evolve section tonight? I'm all aboard the Kendall Gray train. Give her the belt. Push her. She's great. Love Kendall Gray. Had a great reaction last night. Great crowd reaction. They loved her. But yeah, I see. I don't really care that much about this one. Maybe I'll tune in. We'll see. People pissed about that Asian girl. What are you talking about, Pedro? Talking about what Asian girl are you talking about, my guy? My camera's slightly crooked, by the way. Slightly, but oh well. Thing's over. I haven't seen her wrestle, so I can't say. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Don't want to talk about that before? You know what? Why not? Talking about Jen Tala. Let's talk Jen Tala, then I'm done. Let's talk about Jen Tala, then I'm done. Jen, I'm like spelling her name wrong. So Jen Tala looks great. Has a great look. And because of that, people think that the WWE fumbled. Which is interesting, you know? So because she looks amazing, has a great look, they automatically assume that they're superstars, that they're going to be great, that they are that they have potential because of their look, which is interesting. It's very interesting to look at it that way, right? But here's the thing: the reason why they brought her in the first place is because of the look. Because she looked like a star. It was like $1 million. They brought her in. Once they had her in, they worked with her. They looked at her promos. They looked at her in-ring, her drive, her work ethic, all that stuff. They made an evaluation and came to the conclusion they didn't want to sign her. Or they didn't want to continue with her. So they released her. I'm not there. I'm not behind the scenes. I can't say they're wrong. But other people, because of her look, said, oh, it was a fumble. Look at her. She looks amazing. This is wrong. Blah, blah, blah. Kind of crazy. We asked them, so what's your favorite promo? What's your favorite match? Crickets. So you're saying they fumbled simply because she's beautiful. That's kind of crazy, if you ask me. That's interesting. Yeah, we don't know what happened backstage. We don't know what's happened behind the scenes, so we can't really evaluate or talk about how wrong they were to let her go, to release her. We don't know. So it is what it is. She'll be fine. If she wants to continue wrestling, she could do that. Good luck to her. Here it is. Finally found it. They're saying so much potential simply because of her look. That's interesting. That's interesting. Not the in-ring, not the wrestling, not the athleticism, nothing. So much potential because she looks great. But she's beautiful. Okay. And that we're doing? Because you can find any beautiful woman off the street. What is their work ethic? What is their promo skills? What is the athleticism looking like? What does the wrestling look like? There's a lot of things to consider beyond her look. If that's the case, bring back the models. Bring the models into the WWE. Just grade them on their look alone, right? And that's the case. Of course, we ask them, like I did here, favorite match, favorite promo, crickets. Crickets. This guy's hilarious. Just look at her, dude. She's gorgeous. Oh, okay. That's what we're doing. Right. Bring back Ava Marie. Exactly. That we're doing. Potential, cause she's pretty. Okay. Okay. I was the biggest fan of hers when I saw her as well. If you remember some of my tweets, I said, wow, she was great. Once I saw her promos and her in-ring, I shut my mouth. If you didn't notice, I didn't talk about her much because ultimately I wasn't impressed. So I couldn't, like, in good faith, hype her up anymore once I saw the total package. Still looks great. Still has a great look. But the athleticism and promos just wasn't there. I hope the best for her because she looks amazing. Someone will give her a chance in the indies. Maybe she gets better and comes back around. Who knows? But I was not surprised when they cut her because it just wasn't great. Great look though. Great look. She'll always have that. Great look. All right, I'm out for real now. Enjoy AEW. Enjoy the night. Have fun, and hopefully, hopefully, Kendall Gray will win the belt tonight, but we'll see. Who knows? All right, later.